From unveiling the deepest, darkest secrets of the Ton to igniting scandalous fires all over the competitive world of Regency London, there is nothing that Lady Whistledown hasn't penned down. Well, except for her identity, of course. As we wait anxiously for Season 3 to drop, we can't help but wonder how the story will play out. Will Lady Whistledown finally take off her mask and face the music? Watch more to see if that's the case. First off, will the writer finally reveal Lady Whistledown's real identity? The mystery and allure surrounding Regency London's very own gossip girl has always been the talk of the town. How is it that the person behind the veil of parchment and ink knew so much about every nook and cranny of the Ton? Not only that alert the elites and their servants, but even the queen herself was an avid follower of the weekly gossip. Season 2 left on quite a cliffhanger this time, and it has gotten fans wondering if Penelope's secret will be out by next year. Now that her best friend in the Ton knows who she is, it might be a little too conflicting for good old Pen to keep her pen close. After all, Eloise has been her rock in this world full of frills and frocks, and the two have always had a kinship like no other on the show. Second to Eloise and Benedict, of course, those two are our favorite duo. While the show might have digressed a little bit from the books, it seems like the writers plan to stick to book Pauline's story for now. But a reveal too early in the season might just dampen the drama a little bit, following up with how things went down in the book. In the fourth book of the series, Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, Penelope Featherington has always been in love with Colin ever since they were silly little teenagers. The pair have been friends for as long as they can remember, but after a misunderstanding, they fell apart, and the two stopped speaking. But 10 years later, our lovely Pauline found their way back to each other, and it's safe to say the sparks were definitely there. Amidst a whole lot of drama, the two eventually got engaged and then married, and it wasn't until a couple more misunderstandings in the Ton that it finally revealed who was the real Lady Whistledown. During the course of the book, Colin obviously found out about Penelope's alter ego, but it was still kept a secret from the public. It was only when Cressida Twomley went around claiming herself to be the columnist that Colin, with his wife's permission, stepped up and announced that Penelope was the one and only Whistledown. In the book, the people didn't have a hostile reaction to the news. Instead, they received it with cheers and a whole lot of applause. Now, of course, everyone's been wondering if the writers will follow this route, but it's highly unlikely that things will be as simple. We are expecting some rain and thunder in Shondaland, and of course, with a lot of drama on the side. Let's talk about why the identity reveal seems unlikely. So, Netflix has been pretty candid about its plans for the show. It has openly spoken about its wish to keep the show running for 8 seasons, one for each of the Bridgerton siblings, but nothing's really set in stone yet. The writers' room is still full of different ideas and twists, ready to get intervened with the Bridgerton family. Some people even think there's a good chance the show might even get cancelled after a few seasons. And while we really think we need to block any kind of noise for this, it's quite concerning how the creators are planning to go ahead from this point forward. One of the biggest mysteries of the show is Lady Whistledown's identity for now, and if the writers decide to reveal it this season, it might make the series lose its charm after that. The gossipy columnist is a perfect example of how people thrive behind anonymity. Not to mention the havoc those columns have racked upon the Queen and the Ton. It'd be foolish of the writers to write it in the reveal this soon. We all know Netflix loves its viewership, so we're betting that they're probably not going to go down the whole who's Lady Whistledown route, but fingers crossed. Coming up, what else can we expect from Season 3? The two leads have teased incessantly about what's in store for us next year. From hinting at their sizzling chemistry to dropping spoilers about steamy scenes in the upcoming season, it seems like the duo really knows how to leave fans wanting for more. Until now, we know that our beloved Canthony is returning next season as husband and wife, and that we might not see Benedict and Sophie come together, even though that alone has crushed our souls beyond repair. But rest assured, there's going to be plenty of Pauline for us to enjoy. And if the Bridgerton gods are listening to us, please give Eloise and Theo a chance too. There's some potential in there. Moving on to other news. First up, Bridgerton star Nicola Coughlan ups her fashion game during London Fashion Week. She's not just giving us fabulous looks on the show. The 35-year-old star recently wowed us on the red carpet, and you guys won't believe how breathtaking she looks. Dressed in a contemporary Regency-era dress, Coughlan successfully turned heads at the Christopher Kane show during the London Fashion, and boy did she look good doing it. During the event, Nicola sat in the front row at the show to view the brand's latest spring and summer 2023 collection and sat in her long-sleeve gown. We almost wished she walked the runway herself. The dress's plunging sweetheart neckline was embellished with several rows of black beads that trailed down her back, and stylist Amy Croysdale's magic was shown through her look. She paired the dress with a stunning pair of black pointed toe pumps and chunky silver rings to complete her look. And as for her glam, we know her makeup has always been on fleek. Even on the show, it's amazing how every shade contrasts with her frilly dresses. Her hairstyle for Fashion Week was a sleek and simple look, with a few straightened strands, but it was her eye makeup that was the star of the show. Her silver sparkly shadow was just perfect against her black dress, and we gotta say, black is so her color. Up next, Bridgerton star Phoebe Dynevor signs up for a thriller movie. When she's not playing the eldest Bridgerton sister, Phoebe Dynevor is busy branching out as an actress to prove her versatility. From promenades to espionage, it looks like Daphne Bridgerton is ready to leave behind the glitter and glamour of the Regency era and ready to embrace the spy life with her new film Inheritance. Directed by Neil Burger, who's known not for burgers, but for his epic work like Limitless and Divergent, the movie has already wrapped filming in various locations like India, Korea, and Egypt. While not much is known about the release dates of the movie, we do know some details about Phoebe's character. In the movie, Dynevor will be playing the role of a daughter who's thrown into a world full of secrecy and unspoken crimes after her estranged father suddenly reappears. Yikes, that sounds like a lot of emotional labor. Unlike Bridgerton, where Daphne's father had died years before her growth spurt, at least Phoebe's new role will get a chance to build an on-screen father-daughter relationship. While this isn't the only movie under her belt, we're still pretty excited to see the actress venture into new genres after her Bridgerton fame. Who knows, thrillers might just be her thing. Lastly, there's a rumor going around about Season 3's airing schedule. It looks like Bridgerton might just switch up its regular airing style. And honestly guys, we don't think that's a good idea. You see, the entire charm of the show being on Netflix is so that it's easy to binge watch the season and not anticipate any drama the members of the ton have waiting for us. Not being left on cliffhangers is our mantra for the next year. And if Bridgerton decides it wants to keep us waiting week after week, then it might just lose its die-hard fanbase. Ironically, the reason for the weekly schedule is that Netflix wants to reel its viewers back to the service on a regular basis. But we honestly think this might just backfire. A few fans on Reddit reflected on the show's previous season and said if Netflix released one episode per week for Season 2, then the wait between Aubrey Hall episode and Anthony and Edwina's wedding would have been excruciating to overcome. We hope Netflix reconsiders releasing Bridgerton in a weekly format, and if it even has to take such a decision to increase its viewership, they might want to follow Stranger Things here. Release a portion of the show first, add a break in between to build the hype, and voila! An eventual finale might just do the trick. And that's a wrap for this video. Do you think the writers will reveal Lady Whistledown's secret just yet? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Until next time, see you soon!